Midwives and obstetricians have very different philosophies when it comes to understanding the human body, physiology, and how birth unfolds. And I think it's important for me to talk about some major differences between the two schools of thought. The first one being vaginal exams. Doctors often during labor, sometimes before labor starts, active labor, when someone's pushing even, they might do frequent vaginal exams. To some people, that's not a problem. They're okay with that. On the flip side, some of my clients and a lot of women feel that vaginal exams can be very intrusive. And so many people prefer less frequent vaginal exams unless it is medically necessary. Midwives often do not frequently check for cervical dilation or effacement. So if a midwife is concerned that something is not normal, they might want to do a vaginal exam. Otherwise, they don't need to do a vaginal exam in order to see if their client is progressing or not. Another major difference in terms of the different schools of thought is how the nurses approach labor and birth. Nurses are trained, once again, like doctors, to intervene because they want to help labor along. And so they might not be as patient or as slow to watch to see how the birthing person's labor is unfolding on its own. They might be coming into the room frequently. They might be talking to you in the middle of labor when you're having a really strong contraction. They might not be sensitive to the fact that you are in labor and you might not be able to communicate with them in that moment. When it comes to nurses, you are essentially on their time because they might have to care for 6, 7, 8 patients at a time, going from room to room to room. So they might not be as aware or even really concerned what it is that you need to feel calm and confident. So there's a way for you to give birth in the hospital so that the nurse is on your time as opposed to you, the patient, being on their time. And that is really having to do with claiming the space, recognizing how we create an environment that feels right for you, which we are going to talk about later on.